Together we traveled, though not actually together at all. At different times and at different places, we attempted to see the same thing: an identity.
We began with a plane and the waiting that came with it. The mundane tile and squeaking of tennis shoes filled the terminal halls.
Though in different places, the surroundings felt quite similar.
Soon afterward, our own number was called.
Upon arrival, it was discovered quickly that our own destinations varied quite differently.
I was met with the world of modernity, much like that of Lang's metropolis. High-rises and city streets melded together to form an urban paradise. The fast-moving nature of the city was all around me, even in the moments between crowds. Here, a society formed around the images of the new world. This was a world looking toward the future, one that ran out of room for expanse and instead turned its eyes to the skies above. Even from a distance, one can see the efforts of this new world. This hopeful attitude looking toward the future and the forgetfulness of the past. There will always be something newer and always something higher than that which came before. Yet, through the shell of this exterior, an interesting occurrence emerged. Moments of a forced stillfulness appeared. Inhabitants of this city would conduct rituals of remembrance and halt the motion of their daily lives.
Upon my arrival, it was as if there was no one to greet me. I was immediately taken to places of slumber where no one seemed to live. Although there were houses and cars below, these were often moments frozen in time. These moments dared not show their age, and seemed to be as young as they were old. Here there were shrines dedicated to memories of the town nearby. Punching tickets to an unknown group of tourists or visitors passing by. We ate at the restaurant atop the hill and waited until dark to look down upon the town. There were now traces of life seen by their lights from the cars and the houses.
What is strange is that modern collections of art from all over the world are housed here. Here, in museums, works are preserved that tell stories from their homeland. These are meant to inspire and be taken in by the coming generations. And yet, the city still holds statues of the land from which it calls home. This acts as an anchor to the city of international identity.
Across the sea, I was overwhelmed by the history readily available to the public. This is a race of people deemed forgotten in the greater history of the world, and yet so much was preserved in the museums and libraries. These memories were presented in a mixture of art and relics that all existed in moments of stasis, waging their battle of existence with time. Here was a culture of great heritage and set on remembering its past, and yet, one might think about the possible lack of focus on their future. In a corner in the National Museum, 3 wooden statues stand behind a sheet of glass. All 3 depict the image of the Christian deity, and all 3 have come from different periods in the lives of the country's people.
In the New World, you are often tasked with introspection. Rather than looking at the past behind a window in a museum, a reflection positions you amongst the world around you. It offers a view at those beside you and the present moment in which you stand. The natural beauty of the old earth is preserved in exhibits. There, nature can continue its existence and be enjoyed by those who seek it. What then shapes more who you are? The things you hold on to as memories, or the things that surround you? And what about those around you, the ones the reflection brought to your attention? Are they wondering the same thing, or are they just visitors like you?
It is now where I begin to see images that started to transcend my own understanding. In the explanation of its creation, the old world quickly passed by my own time into territories unknown to reason. It was here that I began to see the presence of the New World. The brick was now a shell to a younger age and began to give way to something new.
I took a path from the city that led to the edge of the world, and the water went forth towards the horizon. The pavement lay parallel to the coast, and together they created a plain. It is here that the new world interacted with the old, and coexistence could be seen. A mixture of the old and the new were sewn together, and an identity of dependence slowly appeared.
And the water from the town was let out by its rivers, moving closer to the coast. It was here that I found the edge of the world, where the old was both heard and natural. I could stay on that coast forever. Or at least until my number was called again.